Hello, this is Nell T. Campy, and I'm getting ready to judge the open equitation walk trot canter. This is their pattern. They're going to begin before A, walk to A, leg yield to the right from A to B, posting trot from B to C, left diagonal, pick up the right lead canter, change leads. They have a choice, simple or flying in this pattern. That changes them to the left lead, which actually becomes a counter canter around this corner. So a lot of degree of difficulty there. Stop, 270 turn on the forehand to the left, back a horse length, and then hand gallop in a 2-point position to the exit. So I chose a pattern with a high degree of difficulty, and let's see what they can do. I'm going to judge this class again from the bottom up. I had 5 entries in this. I actually did not order them in my YouTube, so let me just find them here. Just get us in order. Okay. Starting from the bottom up, we've got Courtney. Make this big. So starts off really good here, +1 in the walk. I like the leg yield. Could maybe show a little more bend, but +0.5, +1.5 on this trot. Good position, nice transition into the canter. I really like the canter here. Rider's got great posture, great lower leg, great hands, +2. Goes for the flying lead change, does it front to back, so I zeroed it, but I can appreciate the risk in the flying lead change. Really nice on the counter canter here, +2. Kind of walks around a bit on the turn on the forehand, but still +0.5. And then right here, there's supposed to be a backup, and we forget to back. I know you were thinking, how is this rider at the bottom of the class? And that's it. We went off pattern there. It hurt to have to be off pattern here, but those are the rules. So that's what happened. No backup. On to the hand gallop, which I just continued to score anyway. +2 on that. +4 for the F and E. This would have been an 83.5 if we did not go off pattern. It was a really nice pattern, but sometimes that happens. We just eliminate a maneuver and we get put on the bottom. All right, then we are on to our 4th place horse. This is Jackie.
Show your heart out, English equitation, walk, trot, canter, open.
We are riding saddle seat. Our walk is a +1, nice walk. I zeroed the leg yield. Could have been a little cleaner, a little more crossover. Good pickup on the left diagonal though, +1. Horse gets a little fussy in this transition and maybe isn't quite as consistent at the canter. Still correct, still a 0 for me. The lead change, we get it done, a little unsteady in the bridle, 0. I zeroed this left lead canter. It was correct, and there is a high degree of difficulty, kind of stops hard, but still a 0 for me. Pretty good turn on the forehand here, +1. I like the backup, horse is very light in the bridle, +1 again. Steps off, they could pick either lead right into the hand gallop. I like the confidence that she used doing that. That was a +1. The F and E was a 3.5. So our total score is 78.5, definitely above average. Nice pattern. All right, then takes us to, I believe Bailey was next here. Is our 3rd place horse. Bailey's using all her room, so she starts off in the grass, which is totally okay. She's got a strategy, +1 for the walk. Leg yield, this is a pretty good leg yield. +1. Could be a little more consistent in the angle for a higher score. So this is a +1/2. Good lower leg position. The reins are a little too long for me. Same thing for the canter. If you showed more connection, a little shorter rein, I could raise that score. 0 at the lead change. It was correct. We're a little slow on this canter, but holds the left lead fine. 0. Nails the turn on the forehand. Does lean a little bit to the left, but still +2 is very accurate. Good backup, +1.5. For the hand gallop, I'd like to see a bit more speed. Let's go back there. And also your reins for the hand gallop are really long. They need to be short. So you want to gather those reins up and definitely have contact for your hand gallop. I had to do a -1 on the hand gallop. 3.5 for the F and E, still a 79, so still a good score. Just work on that rein length and I could definitely raise your score a bunch. All right. And then in second place, we have Isabel. I like the walk, +1. Good leg yield, +1. Pretty steady and consistent, nice bend. Could be a little more forward in this trot, but +1/2. Kind of leans over going into the canter, but still I liked it good enough for a +1/2. So lead change is 0 for me. Horse gets inconsistent with his head carriage and struggles slightly in the counter canter, but high degree of difficulty, holds the lead, still +1/2 for me. His turn on the forehand is pretty correct, gets a little slower towards the end, so +1/2. If it carried a little more motion through the entire turn on the forehand, I could have gone higher. +1/2 on the back, steps into the hand gallop, adjust the reins, could show a little more speed, but good rider position, +1. 4 on the F and E, and our total score is 79.5. So we were very close, only a half point apart for second, third, and fourth place. On to our first place run, we have Chelsea. Really good posture here, good leg position, +1 on the walk. Horse is really responsive to leg on this leg yield, +1. Rider's hands don't move, position doesn't change, no leaning. +1.5 on the trot. +2 on this canter. If we had a little more forward motion, I could even be higher than that. 0 on the lead change. Correct. Counter canter here is really well balanced, and I love the rider's position, +2. A bit of a rough stop, but this pattern is a ton of degree of difficulty. Makes it through the turn on the forehand, +1/2. The back was really well done, +2. And nice hand gallop, +1. On my overall score here, 4 on the F and E, and my overall score was an 82. So good class, good job, Chelsea. Nice job, everybody. That was a very difficult pattern, and you all showed it really well.